What's up everybody, it's me Fork again, and today we're going to do the final of the 4 story runs as promised. This one we're going to be covering Claire Redfield, Hardcore, S+, the B run. I had to take a drink real quick right there. Alright, so if you watch the A run, it's going to be a little similar as the whole plot points. The main story puzzles are going to be different, but all the side puzzles, when I say side puzzles, I mean like safes and lockers, those type of things are going to be the same as in the A one. The main story puzzles, that'd be like the 3 statues, the chief's office puzzle, all the nest puzzles. The ones you are required to do in order to progress through the main story are different in the B run, and the RPD is going to be run entirely different as well because it's a totally different layout in the B run. So that is what's going to happen. So we're going to complete this in roughly an hour and 40 minutes, hour 45 or so, to give you kind of a 15-minute leeway in case you make mistakes along the way. You have that because unlike the A run, you only have 2 hours instead of 2.5 to get the hardcore S rank and 3 saves, no infinite weapons, including the knife. I'm going to make an emphasis on that. So we're going to get right into Claire, and we're just going to go straight to hardcore. We're just going to dive right into it and how we're going to do this. So for those who watched Leon's B guide, which was released, I want to say about a week ago from today, the pathing for the RPD as Claire
Leon,
is
I'm sure you beat me here.
virtually identical in how we are both going to run the RPD at the beginning of the game. The only difference being Claire does not get the weapons key card in the B run because nobody that grenade launcher. Make sure you grab this red herb and this blue herb, and let's go ahead and combine that. So this guy right here, as soon as you grab the bulb cutters right here, it's going to trigger a cutscene. When we get out of that said cutscene, we need to run to the right as soon as we get out, because that zombie's going to be getting up right there on our left. You'll see him when you get out. He's going to lunge at you, like that. If you're not fast enough, he's going to grab you and he's going to damage you. If he grabs and damages you, he's going to put you in danger because we're in hardcore. And there's no heals until we get into the RPD. I would actually recommend restarting if he grabs you at that point, because it really is going to make getting through this stuff a lot difficult. So go ahead and bank everything except the bulb cutter, so the cutting tool. We're going to get our handgun, grenade, and the ammo right here, and the keys. So let's just go ahead and pause. I'm going to say 2 things real quick. Claire's handgun is way better in the B run than Leon's starting handgun for 2 reasons. Number 1 reason is it's more potent, so it actually kills faster, and it can fire burst rounds, are the 2 big things about it. 3 things I should say actually, and its crosshairs close quicker, making it more accurate. The downside to it is a slow reload time. Instead of just dropping clip in and out, it's an individual 6-shooter reload, so you gotta individually put each round in. So you might have to spend some time running away from zombies if you need to reload, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's talk about leaving this room. 2 scenarios are going to happen. Scenario A is the kind of larger zombie with the light blue police shirt we ran by is going to be on the stairs, like right as we leave this door. If he is, shoot him in the leg, run by, throw your grenade that we just got at the clump of zombies, and then you're going to run through them once they knock them all down. It might knock them all down. It might not knock them all down. There might be like 1 or 2 left standing. If they're in the middle, you're going to need to shoot them in the legs to run by them. If they're far off to the left, run to the right side. Far off to the right, run to around the left side. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2 is the guy that I mentioned who followed us down here doesn't follow us down here. He's actually up top. We just need to locate him. If he's like by the top of the staircase, you're going to do the same thing. Shoot him in the leg, run off. If he's by the top of the staircase but he's not looking at you, you can actually walk by him and he won't activate. Or he might be walking back into the big pack of zombies and you just throw the grenade and all there for you. So let's see what scenario we get. So we get the one where he didn't follow me downstairs, so we're going to have to locate him. So I'm just going to run up here and see, there he is. I'm going to throw the grenade. I notice this guy's in the
Oh
middle.
no.
Quick shot to the leg. Run through just like that. That is how you deal with that section. And here we go. So now we can go ahead and discard these keys because we do not need them. You do not need to grab the board as Claire here. So you can just go straight in. Look at Elliott. You can run around him just like that every single time. He'll never grab you. When we come back, though, we're going to have to see which position he's in and whether or not we need to stun him or not. Okay, so this is one of the two safe zones in the RP in the B run. We're going to bank everything we get in here except the electronic part, which is going to be over here. But as Claire, we're never going to come back to this room, actually. So our safe room is always going to be the digital dark room when we're in this part of the RPD. So grab everything in here. Once you do, go ahead and just store all this except your handgun, cutting tool, electronic part, and the large caliber handgun ammo. Now, we're going to see what Elliott's positioned at. There's two spots he can possibly be in, so we just need to see which one he's in. So he's right here against this wall. This is the most common place he's going to be. If he's like this for you, you can just run by him and he won't grab you. The yellow option is where my mouse is spinning around, is he's actually going to be right here blocking you. You're going to need to shoot him once or twice if you gun until he staggers to be able to run by, or he'll grab you. If Elliott grabs you, it's actually not the end of the world. He's going to put you in caution, not danger, so you can still take one more hit without dying. Or we can run around him just like this. Now, you heard the window break behind us. We're going to deal with that later in a moment. But first, we're actually going to go down this spot, and we're going to get some extra handgun ammo. Because we want to do this now and not later when this place is filled up. Oops. Because this door is now open on the B run. And now I'm going to pause once again because we have two scenarios that's going to happen here. And I know which one we're going to get already based on the sound. So scenario one is the zombie inside the east office, which we're about to go into, heard you in the hallway and activated. And you know he heard you if you hear like a really loud growl coming through the left side when you're running down, or the right side when you're running back. He might hear us when we run back. If he heard you, that means he's going to be activated. If you didn't hear, that means he's not going to be activated. And when we get to that spot, I will explain how we're going to handle each situation. But first, this zombie's going to come down the hallway. Pause real quick. So he heard the growl. That means he heard me. That means he's going to be activated, so we're going to have to deal with that situation. But we're going to go ahead and stun this guy. You don't need to kill him. So, let's go ahead and just cut this door open. Because this guy heard me, he's going to be activated in the room. Now, there's two ways he's going to be activated. Option A, for those who watch the Leon guide for the B run, knows that he's just going to be walking in the door back there, never moving. You don't have to worry about him. Option B is he's going to be activated. He's going to be coming towards us where we are now, which is the most likely situation because he heard us coming back. Not when we went down the hallway on the right just a moment ago. If this is one you get, you're going to need to stun him when you run into the office to pick up the handle and the white gunpowder, and let him come into the office and chase you and stun him again to run out. You will not have enough time to run in and out of the office because with one stun. He will grab you if you do that. So you see there he is. And you see how he's in front of the office door, meaning I'm going to need to stun him. Alright, now I need him to come in. Just like that. He could be a little wonky on his pathing, but that's how we're going to get through that. Now, pause again real quick. If he's just walking into the door with the chair leaning against it, stun him and then go through the door. If you don't stun him and you go through the door will open and then he'll lunge and grab you. Make a note of that. Alright, so this guy you can completely ignore. Every single time you can ignore this guy, do not need to worry about him. Make sure you grab this ammo though. Stop and walk this hallway out. There is a liquor in this hallway. And unlike the A runs, you cannot reset them by running in and out on the B run. It does not work. It will be right here. But as Claire, this is the only time we're going to have to come down this hallway. Which is why we didn't need to board the window up back there either. So, it's going to save us some time later on not having to come down. And when you get to about right here, you can run again. Maybe some more ammo. Some map right there if you feel like you need it, but we don't need it. Okay. Now you can discard this. And go ahead and grab everything in here. And now we're going to exit this room. We're going to go left first. Because on this body right here, there's going to be extra handgun ammo. Here we go. Now, we're going to kill these two in this hallway.
Not good.
Now, I'm not 100% sure he's dead. But now he is. Alright, and we're going to need to kill this guy as well. I'm going to get real close to him since this is a burst gun. I'm going to fire a quick burst. So make sure you kill those two, because they can show up anywhere without the RPD in this section if you don't kill those two. And plus, we have to come back through here later on as Claire with a Tyrant and a Liquor. You just don't want to deal with that. Okay, so now we're going to go into the West office. Grab this gunpowder. There'll be some handgun ammo right here. Now, in the B run, we are not going to be doing the desk puzzle because we do not need to. 9:15:7, just like the A run to open this safe. The reason is because there's no ammo lying around for that starter handgun. So there's no reason to get it because that's going to cost gunpowder, which we want to save to make acid rounds later. So don't do it. When we get to here, this zombie's going to break through the window. Stop about right here. I'm going to pause. The reason we stop by here is if you go up to about right here, you're going to activate the two zombies up the staircase, and they're going to come down, and you're going to have three coming at you at once instead of just one right now. So, kill him. I'm going to go ahead and reload just in case. I don't think he's dead.
Are you serious?
Okay. He should be dead now. So you just heard her activate. So grab this board. You must do this part right here. And board this window up. And now she's going to come down. I'm going to take her out. And there'll be the third one. Take him out as well. And just hope you get a bunch of critical hits like I'm getting right now. Well, this guy's not dead. So finish him off. Alright, now he is. When they stand up and they come down, and after one shot, that means they're dead. So store everything except the round handle here. We're also going to pick up this, which I should have picked up first, honestly, but we're okay. And it'll be a gunpowder right here. Now we're going to go ahead and just store this. Store. Right, and now we're going to head upstairs. There'll be some ammo right here. Go ahead and pick that up. And we're going to head here. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to use the round handle now to free up inventory space. And now we're going to leave. We're not going to go down that section yet. And the reason is that's when the Tyrant's going to activate. We don't want to activate him now. So let's come upstairs though. There's going to be a zombie, as you can see him right here, coming at us. So what you're going to do is you're going to back up to about here. And when he gets to about these boxes right here, we're going to go ahead and shoot him in the leg once or twice to stun him, and then we're going to run and open his locker. This is going to put enough distance between us and him to open the locker and run through here to get the Spade key without having to kill him. So just go ahead and let him come to you about right here.
Shit!
Use you 1 or 2 shots to stun him. And open us up with the combination DCM SMG ammo. And as you can see, enough distance, and we never have to come back through this part, so we don't have to deal with that guy ever again. Okay. There'll be some gunpowder right here. Now, in the A run, I kill that guy, but in the B run, we do not need to do that. So you can just ignore him. We're going to come through here. Do not take the ladder. Locate the roamer, which you can see her right there on the right. She's the only zombie we're going to kill in the library, so take her down. Now, she can be located anywhere in this library, so he's got to locate her and not miss. Like I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and reload, because I don't think she's dead. I'm going to finish her off. She's definitely dead now. I'm going to go in here. The combination for this one is, it's like the 2 happy looking people, the scales, and like the uncoiled kind of snake looking worm thing. That's going to give us our first piece. Now right here will be a knife. Make sure to grab this, very important. I'm going to head over here to this bookshelf, move it once to the right. It's going to give us handgun ammo, and we're also going to pre-solve the library puzzle, so when you come back through here, it's only 1 move away from being solved. And that guy will always ignore you. You never have to worry about him, as long as you don't take the ladder or shoot him. So you're going to grab the book. You can just hug the right side and kind of walk it out the spade key. And that big guy won't activate. Just like that. We have some more ammo here. So we're going to locate Marvin. You can see he's right there on the right in the cop. He's the only zombie in this place we're going to kill. But first, we're going to solve this one. And it's going to be crown, torch, bird. Okay, now we're going to kill Marvin, because he needs to go. I probably activated that zombie upstairs, but you don't need to worry about her. Okay, now go ahead and put these 2 pieces in. Just like that. Okay, since we're right here, we're going to go ahead and use the spade key on this door. And now we're going to go upstairs. Most of the time it's going to alert this zombie up here, which you can see she's right here. Just go ahead and shoot her in the leg and run by. And you're good. The safe in here, don't open it. We don't need it. Okay. When you get to right here, make sure you're walking before you go through this door, as there is 4 different scenarios that can happen on the other side of this door. So that's why I'm pausing once again. Scenario 1 is the most common one. Means there's going to be a zombie located around the corner on the left. If you walk, you won't alert him. Scenario 2 is there's no zombies at all, and awesome. But we don't know that. That's why we're walking through. Scenario 3 is there's going to be a zombie on the right, and you're going to have to deal with him if he's there, because he's going to notice you. Scenario 4 is there's going to be a zombie on the right and the left, and they're both going to activate, and you have to deal with them both. I really hope you don't get that one, but the reason we walk it out is if we get scenario like 1 or 2, which is the most common one, scenario 3 and 4 don't happen very often. You want to alert them, and they'll be in and out, because there'll also be a licker coming up here in a moment. So let's go ahead and discard this key, and now we walk. Okay, he's not there, but I'm going to do like a little around the corner peek to see if this guy's here. There he is. That's why we walk. Because as soon as we get the red drill here by coming back from the statue, a licker's going to spawn right behind us. It doesn't know where you are, so hug the left side of the room and you can walk it out and it won't know you're there. Now, because that zombie was facing us instead of facing backwards, he might wander in front of us. We'll have to see what happens. There's the licker. But he didn't activate, so we're good. That is why I walk it out there. It is safe to run now. Now this zombie usually resets always to this position. Let's go ahead and run by her. Now we're going to go back through the west office through the spade door. Hugging. Big emphasis as Claire. Hug the left side. Do not run down this side. The reason we do this is when we come back through here, when this zombie activates, if he's here, we can run down here and ignore this guy. If the zombie's here, we can run down here. We have a safety net, regardless of where the zombie is placed. Okay? Now, we're going to hit the item box again here. What you need to bring out, you're going to store everything, bring the red jewel, and get the electronic gadget. Make sure you get the electronic. You need electronic gadget for this last spot because we're going to the STAR's office now. Okay. Now the reason we bring the red jewel here is when you get in this door right here is this. Now we have the STAR's badge already. So go ahead and examine that. Make sure you get that popped out, and there you go. Here we go. And cap, C-A-P, to open this locker up. And there we go. And right here is also another gunpowder. And some more flame rounds. Alright, there's no liquor here, so you don't need to worry about it in the video. So go straight to here, combine these things. Some more flame rounds right here. Go ahead and use the STAR's badge since we're already here. So the whole section, as you remember in Claire's A run, we had to run up here to get the SMG. We don't have to do that when you come back here, so it's a little more convenient in the B run. So we'll go ahead and grab this. And we have some handgun ammo right here. And we're going to grab everything in this room. The flashbang is the must. The flashbang is the must grab thing in this room out of everything. Must grab it. And now we're going to leave. So, as soon as you get to about these white t-shirts, the Tyrant's going to activate right here. We're going to throw the flashbang at him, and we're going to run around him. Now, when you throw the flashbang at him, there's two possible things he can do. But we're always going to treat it as he's going to do one of them. So he might do like a wild swing, where he's blinded, he's going to take a swing and hope to hit you. So wait a moment, see if he's going to do it, and then run around him. If you run at him without waiting and he does it, he's going to hit you, and it's going to put you in caution. So here he comes.
Jesus, stay back!
Let's see if he swings. Hold on a moment. He's not going to. So now we're going to run around him. Now, how the Tyrant follows you here is random. He can follow you up these stairs, he can follow you through the elepathing, or he can go out into the lobby. Those are the three spots he's going to go to. Okay, so use the gadget here. Now leave the room into the library. We do this so this bookcase does not fall down. If you stay in the room, the bookcase will fall down. Okay. The combination for this one is RAM, harp, bird. Now, the tyrant can show up right here, or he can show up over here. If he shows up right here, we're just going to run around. If he shows up over here, let's loop him around here and run through the door. But as you can see, he's over there. Still do not take the ladder. Now, if the tyrant's right behind you like he is for me, it does not matter. Because when you get down here and put the 3 medallions in and run into the lower parking garage, like the safe room down there, he will not follow you down there. He would never follow you down there. And go ahead and grab this. Now we're going to take a look at our time. So our time is 18 minutes and 26 seconds. Not my personal best time. It's about a minute and a half slow, roughly. But this is still a really good time. You want to shoot for be about between 18 and 19 minutes, honestly, as Claire. It should be a little faster. Usually about a minute to 2 minutes faster than Leon because our handgun's that much better. So if you're sitting at 18 minutes, this is going to make our first save. You're good to go. We're going to keep going on. You're sitting at 20 minutes, you're fine. If you're sitting at like 23 or higher, I consider rerunning the RPD and trying to get that down to 20 because now you're starting to cut into that 15-minute leeway time I'm trying to give you here because you only have 2 hours, you don't have 2.5. So but that's a decision you have to make if you think you can speed up in the second half of the game. Not the second half, but the next sections of the game to make up the time. So we're going to save here. And we're just going to overwrite this one. Okay. And now we're going to deal with G1 Birkin. So go in here, bring out your 2 knives and 1 flashbang, and also keep the SMG. It's going to be a safety net in case things go wrong. We have a little backup plan. So how we're going to deal with G1 Birkin is how we did all the 3 previous guys. We're just going to use the knives, the flashbang, and the grenade we're about to get to finish him off. Step 1, knife him until his big mutated eyeball comes out, starts to stand up straight, throw the grenade at him, go back to knifing him, it'll down him, the entire time maintaining on his right side. Next time when he first stands up, throw the flashbang at him, go back to knifing him. As he starts getting up, if possible, try to loop around to the back side of his right arm and then circle with him as he's swinging to dodge his swings. If you can't do that, let him grab you with your bad knife so you can use it to stun him and finish him off with the knife that way. If you lose both your knives or you need to get a stun off or something, whip out your SMG and pump a bunch of rounds into his mutated eyeball. That's how we're going to handle this.
Hello?
This is the best way, the most efficient way, and quickest way to eliminate this boss. So here we go.
Boards ain't gonna cut it with this.
Make sure you're walking with them.
This thing's gotta go.
Now I'm going to throw the grenade at him. And we're going to bring him down. Okay, now I'm going to pull up my flashbang. I'm going to try to bring him down. Now my knife is almost broken. Now I see I can't loop around his side, so I'm going to re-equip this one because I think he's going to grab me. So I'm going to let him do it. Now he's stopped. Now I knew I could have swung at him with that broken knife, but it might have like broke entirely, and I didn't want that to happen. but I couldn't loop around his side after he went down, so I knew he was going to grab me there. So that's why he re-equipped the bad knife. It is okay. Now we're just going to circle around and make sure we grab everything down here, and we're going to move on. So, let's go ahead and start talking about the parking garage part as Claire. There's a specific spot that is harder to deal with as Claire than is Leon, and that's because we have to get the key in the parking garage.
This way.
In the B run, when we're going to get the key, the zombie activates right after we open up the shelf for the morgue, instead of after we pick up the key. So, we need to stun him and then grab it. Do not try to run over him and grab it, because he will grab you, and you have to either take that hit
You got it.
or use the flashbang.
So,
I would recommend taking the hit and
Mom
not
went?
wasting the flashbang on that. Also, the car keys, we get the handgun here as Claire. Don't do it.
My mom's always at work.
The reason we don't do it is we have to craft all the ammo for it,
Hopefully you'll get to
and
see her
there's
again
no
soon.
reason to do that. Because it's a waste of gunpowder.
So where's your dad?
He,
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to store all of this. The only thing we need is the quick draw army. And if you feel uncomfortable, you can bring more ammo. But we don't need to bring 60, I'm going to bring 40. That's if you just feel like you need more
With
than
my mom,
the 22.
he's gone.
Wow. Both of my parents are gone. It's just me and my brother.
Oh, over there.
Right. So we're going to trigger this cutscene. And now we're going to go here.
Key card first.
Now we're still going to go into this
then
room
that
on the
asshole
left
gets what's coming to
where
him.
the car keys are at, because there's flame rounds in there and we want to collect those, but we're not going to pick up this to get the handgun with the laser pointer, because like I said, we have to make all the ammo for it. And let's not do that. The quick draw is more than enough. There's the liquor. This whole part's going to be run as exactly the same pathing as the A run. I'm going to grab a syrup. Make sure you walk, because there's liquors in here. You got that gunpowder. But we don't want to deal with liquors. They take up a lot of ammo and it takes up a lot of time. And we want a little bit of a tighter schedule here. 30 minutes less. So let's walk it out. Now you can run. Okay, so we're going to open this one up first. We're going to grab this red herb, combine it, and then we're going to close it. Go ahead and combine it with that blue one. And now close it. And this one at the very end. Go ahead and open it. There's a flashbang in here. This guy won't activate, so you don't need to worry about closing this guy up ever. So now the key, as you all know, is in this locker right here. As soon as we're done opening it, the zombie will activate and we need to stun, then grab the key. So here it goes. So let him start standing up. And now run by his. And just run by this guy. Do it just like that. And now we walk it out. Hug the left side here. Right, and as soon as you get out this door, make sure you continue walking. Do not run yet, as there is a liquor right here. Hug the right side, because if you hug the left side, his head can hit your head, and it's going to alert him to where you are, and he's going to pounce you. Now when you get to like this door, you can run. And now we're done. And we can go ahead and return to the parking garage.
Must be where that guy
return to
came
the
from.
RPD. and grab everything in here. Stock. So, saw how my inventory is full. That's why we only bring handgun and ammo. And now we go upstairs. If you bring anything more than that, you're going to have to use something or discard it. And now we're entering the second part of the RPD, which is a lot faster in the B run for Claire because we don't have to go to the STARS office. Okay, let's go straight to here. I'm going to go ahead and just store everything we do not need. So just handgun and ammo. Go ahead and grab this SMG ammo. And we're going to go grab the heart key, and then we're going to store that SMG ammo. Okay, let's go ahead and examine this. And now we're going to store the SMG ammo, and then we're going to go upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. For those who watch a Claire's A run, it's going to be identical to the A run, how we're going to do this spot. The only difference is we don't need to get the item box or anything because we already did that earlier in the RPD. The one time and only time in the game on Claire B will you be using a board is right here. So go ahead and just open all these lockers up. So grab everything. Now we're going to head downstairs because we're going to get some extra gunpowder. And we like extra gunpowder. The white gunpowder especially is the reason I do this. Now, this spot is optional. I'm just doing it to show you you can do it. Board this window up. That way, you don't have to kill him, because if he comes through, he's going to follow you throughout this entire part, and you just don't want that. That's the white gunpowder. Now this part right here, if you're running a little low on handgun ammo, there's some extra right here. Now we're going to hit the item box one more time, and then we're going to go get the first electronic part and the large gear. There we go. So go ahead and store it, just like that. Now we will head upstairs to the dreaded room for Claire, as I refer to it because of how random it can be sometimes. Stop, explain. There's 4 possible scenarios that are going to happen here. Scenario 1, the most ideal scenario is that both the zombies are going to be in the back far left of the room and they'll never activate and you never have to worry about them. Scenario 2, the most common one, is there's going to be a zombie placed by the heart door, which you're going to need to bait out, stun, run through, and then let him come through and then stun, run back. Those are the most common ones. Scenario 3 is the zombie's just going to be in a different spot. So, and scenario 4 is, what is scenario 4 again? Alright, scenario 4 is he's going to be placed by the flame round instead of by the door or by the blue herb. So walk in here first. That way, if he's right here, but he's not, you won't alert him. Okay, see, he's right there. So that's where he's going to be almost all the time. He could be right here. He's going to have, but if he's right here and you stun him and run by and grab everything, it gives you more time than where he is actually right now. So I'm going to go ahead, grab these rounds, let him come at you a little bit. Go ahead and do this. And now we have our first electronic part. Now we're going to see where he's at. He's right there. So, if you're fast enough and going in that room, getting by him, you can walk out that door and locate and run through this like that. If you're not comfortable doing that, just hang out near the back of the room and let him bust through the door and then shoot him in the leg and run by him. Okay? That's how we deal with that. Now, because we activated those guys, because we got that scenario, that means when you come back through here, he's going to be most likely in the middle in our path. Quick bursts of the handgun will always stun a zombie when we come back through here. So now we're just going to store everything, except your handgun, some ammo, the key, and the large gear. And now we're going to go upstairs and we're going to deal with the Tyrant. Now this part is a little trickier in the B run because we don't have that handgun that has 26 shots in it. We have a handgun of 6. So that whole part of getting these 2 green herbs down here, optional. If you feel like you really might need extra heals, I would get them. But gotta understand, it's trickier to get by. You're gonna have to do some kiting. But I'm going to go ahead and do it to show you how it's done. So here they come. Really quick, and make sure you reload. Go ahead and grab this. We'll combine it with this. You can grab this one right here. See how quick you have to be with that. But that's how you handle that with this gun. Okay. So now that we do that, we're going to deal with the Tyrant. Exact same way in the A run as for Claret. Go ahead and combine that. Okay, so here he comes. Because I can, I'm just going to do it. So we're going to go to here. This red bench is kind of like my marker. Let him come through. And try to trigger a swing at him. From him like that. That can help put more distance between you and him. Make things a little easier on you. We can go ahead and grab this, because you only need 2 inventory spots open for this next spot. So now, we're going to run to the rest office. She's going to be here still. We don't need to worry about it. Marvin should be dead. And she is. That's why we killed him, because... That's why we killed Marvin, because he can be anywhere right around here, and you just don't want to deal with him with the Tyrant. Now, there's going to be that one zombie activated in here. He's usually going to be in that room right there. Stop. Walk. The liquor right there. Okay. Now the Tyrant is going to catch up to you here. Now, because we triggered a swing and put some distance between him and us, it might be a little bit longer, but as you can see, this time it's not. So bait him around this corner. Loop him around. Go ahead and walk it out. See how that guy's on that far right side and making his run up the left? That's why we didn't trigger that guy. If that guy was on the left side, we can just run around the right side. You'd be good to go. Now, if the Tyrant is on the stairs as you come into the library, you're still fine. You have more than enough distance between you and him to get through this puzzle. As you saw that one big guy activated, you don't need to worry about him. And see, as now he's just coming to the library. Okay. Now we're going to hug the right side. so you can see that is why we hugged the right side. That was the first time he actually lunged at me in the guide. That's why I emphasize hug that right side, so if he does lunge at you, you can avoid it. But if he does grab you, remember, you can combine these 2 green herbs we have. It'll make a full heal, and you'll be fine. Now we're going to listen. If the Tyrant came up to this floor, we can use him as a alarm, sort of. So what I mean by alarm, if you hear a splat, that's him bitch slapping a zombie out of the way. That's going to let you know that the zombie is right outside the door instead of padding down the hallway. But I did not hear splat, so I don't think he did. I think he did pat down there. But once again, I'm not 100% sure that the Tyrant is there. So when you... I heard a splat there, so he might actually be there. But we always walk when we leave this the tower. Because if you run straight through the door and that zombie's right outside there, he's going to take a lunge and grab you. If you walk, he's not going to notice you right off the bat. So go ahead and grab this. Not that. We'll grab this and examine it. So now we're going to walk. Here we go. Okay, he's not there. There's the Tyrant, so I know he's down there, so I know we're safe. I'm going to stun this guy. Because even if his back facing on that far right corner, sometimes he can like 180 you and lunge, and boom, he grabs you. Now, because we activated zombies in this room, one's going to be my way for sure. Quick burst just like that. If you did not get the scenario where you activated them and you just walked all the way there and he wasn't in any of your path, they never activated me. You have a straight shot through that room. Alrighty. So what I'm going to bring here is I'm going to bring this damage knife and the electronic part and a full stack, as much as you can, of handgun ammo. And actually, I'm also going to recommend you bring a med spray. Because this section is a lot harder in the B run as Claire. Once we get to it, it's after we deal with Shui. So, I'm going to go ahead. You want to loop this around. Like this. Like that. And now we're going to deal with Sherry's section. So, Sherry's section on the B run is identical to the A run. So we're going to loop around, grab the world's creepiest doll, and go ahead and examine it. Let's see what we get. So the combination is also the same here. This is the one time it's going to be the same in the B run, the exception to the rule. So we're going to look for the square, circle, triangle, whatever the other shape is. The one without the star on it that faces you, that's the far left one. The one with the half star in the bottom left and top right is the third one. The one with the 2 stars on the bottom is the second one, and then the last one's the last one. So let's go ahead and look. So I go ahead and place this. I actually look for the square circle first. Now I'm going to place this one actually right here. Now we're going to look for the other one I mentioned, which is right here. And there, solved. And now we're going to go ahead and just do that. And we're going to hit crouch.
What is this?
Okay. So this whole part, for those who watch Claire A, it's going to be the exact same. We're going to run away from the chief, hide the exact same as the chief, no differences. And then we're just going to go to Claire's section.
That must be the door out of here.
So
No,
the key
it's
to
him.
the chief section, just like the A run, is you're gonna wait for his voice cues. His first voice cue is little bitch needs to be here somewhere, or it's gotta be here somewhere. That's your cue to move. First time you're hiding from. The second time is when he says son of a bitch. So just wait for him to say the word bitch, and that's when you know when to move.
Help!
All while
Somebody,
maintaining
please!
hiding from the flashlight. If you get caught by the flashlight, that's how he sees you. We're gonna go ahead and just hide right here. And use a little corner peek so you can see him.
It's all over now. Doors locked.
So just circle with him as he's moving.
Where are you? Show yourself.
So I went a little early
I
there,
know
but
you're in here. The longer it takes
okay.
me to find you, the worse it's gonna be.
you used to use towels right here. Kind of like so you definitely can't see you. Wait for him to say little bitch has got to be here somewhere, and that's our cue to move.
Oh god.
Bitch has gotta be here somewhere.
You hear him grunt like that, you can stand up and sprint, and crouch like right here. This chair with these towels, he won't see you. Now we're gonna wait for him to say son of a bitch, and then we're gonna move again.
Son of a bitch.
And now you can stand up and run.
Please.
Crouch right here,
This is your last
and
fucking
just stand
chance.
still like this, and you're
Show
done with this
yourself.
section.
Now! It burns!
Now, is this the only way to hide from this guy? No. But this is just how I do it. And now we're gonna just run away from him.
Fuck is my key? Nice. You.
Okay. And now, we're not gonna open that door because it's padlocked on the other side. Instead, we're gonna run back to where he came from. Use that key. Now he's gonna go all Jack Nicholson on like from Shining on you right here.
I'm coming, Sherry!
Goes.
Get over here, you little bitch.
And right on down here. And now we're done. And now we're gonna go back to Claire's section. And I'm not gonna run this the way I normally run it. Instead, I'm going to run it more safe way, because our handgun
Just you
is
wait,
not
asshole.
good for this section because it only has 6 shots. We only can take out 2 dogs at a time, which is still enough. It is if you land all your shots. But if you're not comfortable with that, go ahead and bring out the SMG and the ammo. This way. As you can see, our time, we're still good. So if you're not comfortable, go ahead and just bring the SMG ammo out with the ammo. And if you get in a pickle, you can just swap to it to take out the dogs. Okay, so for those who watched the A run, which I'm going to say a lot in this because they are very similar in some spots, this whole section of running away from the Tyrant and running to the Orphanage is going to be the same path as the A run.
You again?
So loop him around this car. I'll maintain not to go too fast. If you go too fast, he's going to do 180. Go ahead and grab this herb. Why not? In case he grabs you. We're going to run down this side in between these two cars right here. And run straight at this door. Loop it. And we're going to run in between this spot right here. The right side. Just like that.
Looks like the only way.
And now he's done chasing you. Don't know why. He just decided to stop chasing you there. Alright, so once you get around this corner and get to the top of these stairs, we're going to walk it out. If you run, you're going to activate this zombie right in front of me. If you walk, she won't hear you. And now we'll go ahead and kill this guy. 3 shots to take him out. Wait for this dog to come up. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and kill this one. Takes 3 with this handgun as opposed to 4 with the other one to kill it, but we're going to kill 2 per clip as opposed to 6. Go ahead and grab this. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just put this right here.
Oh, good.
So you saw I whiffed my shot right there. So I just swapped to the SMG, so I'm glad I brought it that time, because I missed. Now we're done. Alright. And we'll go ahead and just combine with one of these. Grab this grenade. Go ahead and strafe. If you strafe, most of the time, as you saw, he's just gonna miss you. Every once in a while, he does get me every now and then, but he didn't there. So we're okay. Now, because we bought the extra SMG ammo, we actually have 1 inventory space too small. But that's okay.
Hello? I have the pendant!
So what am I actually going to do here? I'm actually going to discard this green herb in favor of a med spray.
Sherry? Sherry, are you here?
And I'm going to run upstairs. This is optional. I'm just showing that it's here. The med spray. And extra ammo. So I bought that med spray with me just as a safety. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm showing you you can do things like this in case you get tagged. I also brought that bad knife in case one of those dogs pinned me. I could use it to break out because it's a damaged knife. That's all I'm going to use that damaged knife for throughout the rest of this run. It's just to break out of grabs. Go ahead and skip that. Okay, and now we're going to go downstairs and we're going to go to the sewers.
Sherry?
Now,
Where are you?
this whole part's the same. One way from Tyrant, path to the sewers, the same stuff.
Sherry? I'll be
So
right
the
there.
sewers, as Claire B, is kind of like the odd one of the room.
Go,
Meaning
go, go!
it's the only one of the 3 runs that's actually going to be run differently in the path we're
Don't
going to
stop!
take. And that is all because
Keep going.
of the current handgun we have. 6 rounds is not enough to deal with the sewer monster run, so we have to deal with it in a different way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, go in here. We're going to store everything we don't need. Let's go ahead and store everything except the handgun and ammo, and bring out 1 flashbang. Right here is some ammo. And there's some SMG ammo right here. There we go.
Sherry? Can you hear me?
Now I'm gonna smell like shit. Literally.
There we go. There's no sewer monster blocking our way as Claire. She gets a straight shot. Make sure you grab that gunpowder. Okay.
Cable car. Here?
So when we get up here, we open this door, we're going to throw the flashbang because unlike Leon, there's 3 zombies in here for Claire. As you can see through the door already. Go ahead and just run in, throw it, and run to this locker. SZF, the combination for this. This gives us more SMG ammo. And now, we're going to hit the sewers. So let's check our time.
Hold on.
Our time is 52 minutes and 14 seconds. That's like beyond where you need to be for this to work. So we'll talk about 52 minutes. If you're like even ahead of me, awesome, you're good to go. If you're at 55, you're still perfect. 58, you're still great. You add an hour, you're good. Hour 5, you're still okay. It's when you start looking at the hour 10 mark is when you get Now at an hour 10, you have 50 minutes to complete this game, which is totally possible. From here where we are now, it's going to take roughly 40 to 45 to finish it, right around that spot. So if you're sitting at an hour and 15, you have exactly 45 to finish it. I would highly recommend going back to the first save and then trying to get that town down to about an hour 5. Really, hour 5 is about the most. If you're at an hour 10, you can definitely do it. Just understand you got to really be fast to this next part of the second half of the game. That's entirely up to you. If you're sitting at anything below an hour 8 minutes, I would say, hour 8 or lower, go ahead and make your second save and let's keep going. If you're sitting at higher than that, I would try to get it down to an hour 5 or so.
Sherry, I'll be right there.
We'll go ahead and make our second save. And we'll go ahead and just replace this Leon one. Okay. So let's go ahead and just store everything we don't need. Alright, so we're just going to need a handgun and ammo here. Do I have no handgun ammo? I do not, but it's okay. So let's talk about the sewers as Claire and B run. The way it's dealt with, it's different than all the 3 other runs because of the quick draw. Now, in Leon, remember how we used the Magnum to do the sewer monsters run? That's what we're going to do here in Claire's run, except we're going to use her upgraded starter handgun. The one we started in the A run, we placed in the B run with. So we're not going to run to the sewer monster first. Instead, we're actually going to run to the upstairs part where the Rook piece is at. 212.8. Because there's more Magnum ammo over there. And we're going to want some more Magnum ammo. So this is going to allow us, this upgrade here, to use that Magnum. So make sure you hug this right side. And walk backwards. That way you don't activate this guy. And now, we're going to go ahead. And I'm going to walk. That way, these guys don't activate right away and block me off. Now I'm going to kill these guys. Now, as you see, normally 2 to 3 shots in the head will knock these guys down, but I don't think they're dead. Now he is.
Shit!
There we go. Good, combine this. Now open this up. I'm gonna grab this grenade. I'm gonna return. Now I'm not gonna waste my handgun ammo on that big guy because we're running a little low. We're not actually running low, but I would prefer not to do it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and store this. And we're going to store this for now. We're going to come back here in a moment for it. And now, I'm going to store this too. We're going to grab the bad knife. So I entered here at about 52 minutes. So I really want to be on G2 Birkin by about an hour 7. So you don't really want to spend any more than 15 minutes in the sewers. Now, the nest is a lot faster in the B run. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and hug the left side. Let's get this sewer. Here is some more Magnum ammo. That is why we go here first, to get the extra Magnum ammo, because we're probably going to need it. Alright. So go ahead and open this door. Position yourself on his head and sprint. Now I know I wasn't fast enough. Once again, I was not fast enough. That is why I brought that knife. Okay. Locate the sewer monster. And run by him just like that. Okay. Now, once again, we're going to return to the item box. As you can see, compared to the other 3 guides, this is a little different. We're just kind of doing it backwards here. Okay, so let's talk about the sewer monster run. There's 3 extra zombies we have to deal with, which is why we're going to bring out this with the reinforced stock. Our Magnum ammo, and 2 grenades. Go ahead and combine this with that. Now, keep these 3 standard rounds. It's going to be used to trigger the sewer monsters instead of having to waste the Magnum ammo. but we're going to be using 4 magnum shots here. Yes, 4. I had to do my counting again real fast. Because we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take that guy out. Use that. And we're going to do our standard sewer monster run, left, right, left. I'm going to assume you guys are familiar with it, but I'll do a brief overview of it one more time. Because as you know, the positioning of sewer monsters is different between Leon and Claire. And we can use these grenades more here because we don't have to deal with the super tyrant.
Okay. This place is creepy.
So we're going to jump up on this ledge, kill this guy.
Jesus.
Now,
They're everywhere.
swap to your standard 3 rounds. Get to right here. Alright, so the first sewer monster is here. We're going to shoot, run around his left, try to make a beeline here to the right. If he grabs us, use the grenade, position ourselves to run to the red light, hugging the left side after we get by the second one every single time. There'll be a zombie gets up in our way. After we shoot this guy, we're going to change rounds as we're running towards him. So we're going to use the magnum rounds to get by that other zombie. Now, if you get grabbed here, if you get grabbed here, excuse me, if that gap on the right's not open, run around his left. And also, I'm just going to say it again, if you get knocked back and staggered by this guy, you need to start the sewers over again. Which especially sucks as Claire because we had to do that whole other part first. Now we're switching rounds. Not going to beat him. That's okay. Just like that. Okay, just like that. I'm going to combine that. And now we have 4 inventory spots, which is perfect for what we need to get through this section. Now this guy right here, you need to kill too. Because as soon as you grab the king, go up those stairs, he's the extra zombie in as soon as it activates. So as you can see, there's 3 extra zombies here instead of just this one guy. But since we have the magnum, I'm going to go ahead and kill him too. And now we're going to go ahead and just swap back to our standard handgun ammo. That way, if we need to bait the sewer monsters when we leave, we don't have to waste magnum ammo to do it. So the scenarios are, we just need to locate where the guy is at. Oh my god, I put the wrong piece in. Queen, not king. We need to locate where the sewer monster is at and do accordingly to run by. So ideally, there's going to be one right next to us. Jumps, he goes underwater, we run by, hug the left side, yada yada, get grabbed, use a grenade. If he's far off, we use these 2 handgun rounds to try and bait him to come towards us. Or they'll all just non-existent and get to run by him. We will see. Let's go ahead and see which scenario we got. Okay, so he's all the way over there. So I'm going to try to get him to come towards us. Which he's not doing. I'm going to go ahead and let him grab me. So I was expecting him to grab me there, but for some reason, he did not. So that's great, but that's why we have that extra grenade. If he grabs you, just use it to break out and run by him. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Jump up on his ledge. Run by him just like that. So for those sewers, if he's off like that, you try to use the standard rounds to bait him over. If you won't bait him over, because I saw he wouldn't come over and I only had like 2 left, just do the grab strategy. It's okay to use both your grenades there. Alright. And now we're going to go solve the puzzle. While checking our time, we've been in here for approximately 9 minutes. That's a pretty solid run through the sewers. And it even wasn't perfect because you don't need to be perfect though to get through this. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and just bring out our electronic parts. And we'll go ahead and just solve this puzzle. Alright, so right here is the knight, followed by the rook. Pawn is the exact same. Right here is the king, followed by the bishop, and the queen. That's the scenario to solve this. Right, now we're going to go to the item box so we can get our
All right,
loadout.
Sherry. On my way.
So I'm going to stick with this one grenade. Pull out the quick draw. All the ammo for it. I'm going to bring out some submachine gun ammo. 1 heal. I can store that one actually. I'm going to bring out a med spray. And I'm also going to bring out the combat knife. And because we're going to be making 1 more heal, I'm also going to bring out some extra SMG ammo, just in case I need it. But I probably won't. Have your make sure you have your grenade equipped. And I see I made a mistake here, but whatever. Because I still have this. You don't need this in your inventory. But I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't notice that and make this mistake to show that it's okay. We're still fine. Alright, so the combination is 2, 3, 4. Now, for those of you who watched both Leon guides, you remember how he caught up to me. We'll see if it happens again here, but essentially exact same. Bring him down twice, knife him twice in the back right, so like his leg and big mutate arm. 3rd time, we're going to knife him and use the crane and flashbang him to stun him. So to activate him, come over here, and we're going to hang out like right here.
Shit!
And just wait. So while he's doing this, we're going to just be kiting him, shoot him in his eyes, mutate him, bring him down, knife him in the back, all that stuff. Whether or not he catches up to you when you're leaving the spot, it just seems random to me. It's only happened to me on Leon. It hasn't happened to me on Claire yet, so we could see it might just be the time it happens to me on Claire. But that's why we bring 2 heals. Alright. So with your hand grenade first, we're gonna hope he doesn't catch up to us. He's not going to. Must be a Leon thing. Go ahead and just hit this. Toss a grenade at him. Bring him down. Now have your knife equipped. Aim low just like this and knife. When you start to stand up, back off. And rinse and repeat. And there's some extra SMG ammo right here. Bring him down one more time. Do the same thing. Now this time we bring him up, we want to be on
The crane might work.
this side of the platform. Just like that. Now he's down again.
Have I got a surprise for you?
Here's the flashbang I talked to you about. Go ahead and equip it. And when he starts to stand up, throw it at him. And now he's gone. Just like that. One thing I did not mention in any of my guides, which I guess I probably should have, is make sure you're not standing up here when that crane goes off, because he'll hit you instead and kill yourself. Let's not do that. Alright, and now we're done with that, with the sewers. And look, the sewers took us a total of about 17 minutes. A total. So that's a very solid sewer run. If you were sitting at that hour 15, you kept going and you did it in 17 minutes,
Ned said her lab's not far.
you can technically still finish this game in time.
That cable car.
But that's really getting close to it. Since we have like 50 minutes to finish this before we lose the S-Wing, because you only have 2 hours instead of 2.5.
Hold on, Sherry. You're gonna be fine.
Alright, so let's talk about the nest now. The nest in the B run
Almost
is
there, Sherry.
a lot faster.
We're almost there.
A lot faster as Claire. Because there's whole sections in the B run
Oh, good.
that we
Cable
just
car.
don't have to do in the A run. Which makes it very convenient for us.
Okay. Better check everything. There's no turning back.
This tram is bound for Nest.
Okay.
Do not exit until the final destination.
Now, because I never noticed that mistake about bringing that extra thing, my inventory is full, so I'm going to have to clear some inventory space and then run back and grab the ID badge.
I'm
But it's
getting you
okay.
treatment. Just hold on, Sherry.
We have more than enough
It's
time.
okay.
We should be done in approximately half an hour. It's about the hour 40 mark.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open.
Yeah, remember we didn't get the grenade launcher or anything because you don't need it as Claire until now.
Enjoy your visit.
It's going to be waiting for us, right? The ID badge will be right there. It'll be waiting for us right there. But I'm going to go free up inventory space real quick. So we don't need the SMG right now, so go ahead and store that. And I'm just going to bring this bad knife. But now I'm going to run back in here because I was dumb with my inventory. We all make mistakes. And I'm also going to store the grenade launcher. We don't need a grenade launcher right now. There we go. I bring this bad knife in case you get a bad zombie placement. I have it. Okay. So as soon as we go through this door, go right, grab this grenade. Okay, there's Sparkshot ammo right there.
Our menu is designed for you. Additional needs using the latest biological research. Please enjoy our tasty selection
Just
of
like
healthy
that.
foods.
Once you get on the ladder, zombies can't grab you, regardless of where they are. Okay, so now we're gonna grab this large gunpowder, gonna grab this knife, and we're gonna see where this zombie's located. Yeah, I'm gonna let him grab me. And I'm just gonna leave him in there. That's one way to deal with him. If he's positioned like that. If he's not positioned in that door, and you have to come out, kill him. But if you did what I did, make sure you hug this right side. And here too, so that way you don't open it. That's the easiest way to deal with that guy. And now we leave. Now, because we're in the B run
Dr.
here,
Lee, your presence is
the
urgently requested
gadget that
at
turns
Chief
on the
Cartwright
power
in the East area.
is right here. So now, we go right back to where we came from, so we can get the extra inventory space. Okay, I'll hug the left side now as you come through, so you don't open this door. 50-50 chance there's going to be another zombie here. There she is. I'm just going to knock her down. I'm not going to kill her. You don't need to. Go ahead and just examine this. And this is one of the most complicated ones of these you have to deal with. And there we go. The OSS one sucks. There's our extra inventory space. Now it's gonna leave. Now you can just run down the middle and not care, because we're not gonna come back through here. But if you see why, that's why. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the plant zombies greenhouse spot. So as you can see, it shaved off that whole section of us having to come all the way back down here and then running over to this section like we had to do in the A run, so that extra inventory space. Not the case in the B run. So it's actually, in essence, a lot more convenient in the B run compared to the A run. And personally, I like the B runs better than the A runs. Some people don't, but that's just my personal preference. And now because we have these 2 extra inventory slots as well, it makes this whole next part a lot easier too. So I'm going to keep the quick draw out, but I'm going to bring the grenade launcher without the stock on. And these 7 flame rounds, so 8 flame rounds, and this signal modifier. Because we're going to use the grenade launcher for the very first time here, and that is to kill some plant zombies. And that is this guy right here. Two shots is what it takes to kill this. So I wait for the fire to wear off. Now he's dead. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and grab this. And now we're going to do the input codes. Yep. The input codes as followed. It's like this funny looking L with the dash below it, the 2 dots followed by this kind of like an F and the 2 lines. Here's the first one. The second one is like these Tetris looking pieces with the line followed by this guy, and the 2 dots. I might have got that wrong, actually, but I didn't. Okay, my memory was right. And that's 2 input codes. And there's the plant zombie. We don't need to worry about him. Here's this. We're going to combine it. And 1 grenade. Alright, to solve this one, it's blue, red, green, blue, red, green,
Manual
blue,
mode
red, green.
engaged. Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge capacity.
And that's it. Just like that. So when we leave this, we're going to locate that plant zombie, shoot him in his orange bulbs, or use a flame round, depending on if you're comfortable or not, to get by him. I generally start with just a quick draw here. Now he could be like right there, but he's not this time. He's where he normally is. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to go over here. Going to grab this large gunpowder. I'm going to equip this grenade. Because we're about to use it. Alrighty. More flame rounds right here. Go ahead and use it. The grenade. This guy will never die to the grenade. He usually takes 1 or 2 shots to finish off. 1 if you get a critical hit. You can take 1 to 2. And we solve for Earth. Use. Okay. Now we're going to turn around. And we can combine this green herb with our red one. Still walk here. Even though we turn the power on, the liquors are still going to come out of the ceiling right there. Now we can run.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee. You have 5 new messages.
Okay.
Damn.
And we can grab this gunpowder right here. Go ahead and use that. As you can see, we're moving at a very good pace.
Complete.
The nest is a lot faster. Once again, we're going to walk once we leave this, and we're going to go to like the server room to free up some inventory spot. Okay. Now there's a white gunpowder right here. Just go ahead and combine it with this extra. And if you got, like, one time they made 6 instead of 5 acid rounds, you just have to discard the extra ones. For now, we don't need acid rounds or this gunpowder or anything like that. Alright? I'm going to keep this flashbang though. That's what we're going to bring here. And there's also a knife right here, which I'm also going to bring. And now we're going to walk it out. This is just in case I get grabbed by a plant zombie, I have a way out. Because if you do not have a sub-weapon and you get grabbed by a plant zombie, it's an automatic death. And if you die here, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the sewers. Shoot him in the bulbs. I'm going to run here. And use this. Okay. So now we're going to deal with the plant zombies running away. Exact same as we did in the A run.
So much for the weed
So what we're going to do
infestation.
here is I'm going to
Warning.
locate
You have dispersed a dangerous
these
solution
orange bulbs.
without authorization. Your actions have been logged, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
So that guy won't get up. So, I almost died. So see what I mean about them grabbing you. If they're on fire like that and they grab you, there's a chance to go down, but be prepared to use a sub-weapon if they grab you. As soon as you get through this door right here, veer left, fast. Because the plant zombie right there. But if he grabs you, you have a sub-weapon to get out of it. And normally you can just run by that guy. If he's in your way, a flame down and take him out. But now, we are done with that part. And we can look, we still have 37 minutes to finish this game. So we should be done in about 20. Alright. And now, we don't have to run back there, because we did it already.
My magnitude allegiance.
And this guy has a grenade right here. Let's go ahead and grab that. So you're going to solve for now AWS. Kind of random with patterning it, just you gotta play around with it, but I'm sure you guys are familiar enough to solve that by now. And I'm just gonna store those two things right there because there's gonna be no blue herb right there. We don't need two blue herbs. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and, we're going to do a loadout for G3 Birkin, and we're going to kill him. I say kill him with air quotes because we probably all know we don't really kill him. Alright.
Thank God.
So we'll go
Need
ahead
antiviral
and we will
agent.
grab
Gotta
this
get back to Sherry.
large gunpowder and combine it with this. Combine that. Okay. We're going to make our loadout now. So grab the stock and go ahead and combine this. Alright, we're also going to grab one large gunpowder. Store that for a second. And one white. Go ahead and combine this. We had 6, so we're going to have an extra one. Go ahead and store it. What we're going to do is we're going to bring out 2 more flame mounts. So full thing of flame mounts. We don't need a flashbang. Bring out a combat knife. Bring out one of these. So a full heal. You need a knife. We're also going to bring out the SMG. We don't need a grenade. So option to bring an extra heal or more SMG ammo. I am going to bring more SMG ammo. That's how I prefer to do this. But first, we need to save. Hey guys, we're back. I apologize for what happened. I was actually recording and the game did a never before glitch where G4 Birkin was invulnerable and would not die, so I had to reload back to here, which is why there was an interruption, as you probably noticed, in between the 2 takes. I apologize for that. So our loadout for G3 Birkin is your quick draw, some ammo, grenade launcher, 10 flame rounds, 20 acid rounds, a heal, a knife, and don't forget the ID badge and your SMG. So in your grenade launcher, make sure you have an acid round equipped first, and then swap to your SMG. We're going to use the SMG and quick draw to take out his 2 front eyes, and then we're going to take out his back eyes. Oh, here we go. So he's going to leave him pretty exposed to go for the lower eye first.
Class A
Right here. Now swap to the quick draw. It usually is enough to take it out. And the quick draw is perfect for taking those 2 out right there. So go ahead and have your knife equipped. Aim low and knife him in the back like this. It does more damage, keeps him down longer. As soon as he starts to get up, I'm going to reload my SMG. Swap to my grenade launcher. Wait till his eyeballs reopen on his leg and arm before you shoot the first acid round, or the stun does not work. Just like that. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and break this knife on him. Now I'll shoot him in the front. Okay. Now I'm going to swap the flame rounds. As soon as he's done throwing this around, we're going to swap acid fire to stun lock. So now I'm going to swap to an acid round. I'm actually going to do another acid round to stun him one more time. As you can see, he's just stun locked, nothing he can do. And now he's dead. Just like that. Now, we do not need any more acid rounds, so go ahead and discard them if you didn't have to use all of them. And we're going to go ahead and pick up this flashbang.
Ending quarantine.
It's magnum ammo. And we're also going to fill up on a quick draw ammo. So let's go ahead and grab all of that. And we're going to pick up the grenade down here. Actually, not the grenade, I'm sorry. We don't need to get, we have a full stack of grenades in the inventory already.
Now operational.
Grab the Sparkshot ammo. That's the one thing you need to grab down here. And now we'll fill up our quick draw ammo. There should be one more over here. There's not, but 57 is more than enough. Okay, now have the grenade launcher equipped. And we're going to
Gotta get back to
go
Sherry.
ahead and go to Sherry. Alright. This is why we need to bring the ID badge with us, unlike Leon.
Sherry, can you walk faster? don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Initiate. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Central elevator to evacuate immediately.
Right, so we'll talk about G4 Birkin now. For the B run, basically just need to be more accurate with your shots because you want to save ammunition with the minigun for G5 Birkin. That's essentially it. Sparkshot after he charges on his eyes, try to grenade him off the wall, avoid all of his hits, and you'll be good. So essentially how you do it, we use the SMG to shoot him. After he charges, you use the Sparkshot on his eyes. While you're charging it, backing up, avoiding it. When he goes to the wall, try to hit him with a grenade and knock him down. If you don't, just make sure you keep moving so he doesn't jump and pounce on top of you.
To the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct.
And that's how we deal with G4 Birkin. We want to save the minigun as much as possible for G5 Birkin.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. 10 minutes until detonation. To the bottom level train platform.
So we're just gonna run by these guys, and I'm just gonna use the grenade launcher to finish them off when you come down here, so you don't have to worry about wasting SMG or handgun ammo.
Of course. Stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
Here's the first one.
Damn it, your time
Just don't miss. Pretty hard to miss. And that's number 2. And now we just wait on Sherry.
Until detonation.
Just a little fight.
I got it!
Alright.
Nice work.
Now, there'll be one zombie around the corner here. One shot, take him out. No matter where you hit him. So our loadout for G5 Birkin, starter pistol, the original one, with the magnum rounds and upgraded, Sparkshot, all ammo upgraded, SMG ammo, grenades and heals. So we don't need a grenade launcher, we don't need this. This is how you find ammo. Alright, bring out a full stack of ammo. We don't need flashbangs. Bring out Sparkshot, bring out that. And we will also bring out the Magnum, which is this right here. Store these two things. We don't need it right now. Make sure you have this upgraded.
Worth a try.
Then you now store this and bring out a full stack of grenades. And we have one extra spot open. As you can see, we only need 2. So you can bring out an extra heal in case you need it. You can also replace that extra heal with more SMG ammo. That's entirely up to you. Like 224 rounds is more than enough.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence.
Here we go. Now we're going to go ahead and grab the minigun. But we're going to try avoiding using it until we absolutely have to use it. And here we go.
What did you just die?
I'm going to change to the Sparkshot. It's just going to charge you. Now we're going to hit him. Try to hit. I was a little late. So just got to keep moving. Just going to pounce on you, like where you were standing. So you just want to keep moving. Make sure you're backing up from him as you're using Sparkshot. So he's going to charge again. Just like this. Just try not to miss like I did right there. Just try to dodge him too, the best you can. Now he's going to his final phase. So I'm going to swap to the Magnum. Just going to go ahead and use the rest of the on him. Boom, now we're done. Okay, so now we're going to deal with G5 Birkin. So I don't need this or this. I will bring out my quick draw though. And I will make some more SMG ammo. Just real quick. I probably don't need all this, but I'm just going to do it anyway to show that you can. And I'll bring out all the large caliber handgun. I have 2. And I'll bring out this 1 grenade. Okay. G5 Birkin is the easiest fight in the game. All we're going to do is we're going to pump all of our ammo into him, except for the minigun, and when his big mutated eye shows up in the middle of his giant mouth, you pull the minigun out and just unload on it and he'll die. While he's moving forward in his train car, make sure you're backing up so he doesn't grab you and insta kill you. So here he comes. I'm just going to start out by throwing his grenade out.
You gotta stop moving like this.
I'm trying to shoot at that little eye on the right that you see is kind of mutated.
I got a hell of a lot more.
But I'm just going to keep backing out.
For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking?
And wait till that big eye comes out. Should be any moment. There it is. that is the B run for Claire. As you can see, we did it in 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 3 seconds, so about a minute faster than we did with Leon. Yeah, so we didn't quite cut into that 15-minute leeway time I gave you, but as you can see, that's how you do it, and it's not too bad. The hardest part, I would say, is, actually probably the sewers. It's Claire mostly, because it's a little different, and be any RPD. So I hope this works out for you guys. I hope this helps you out. I hope this gets you this done. And that was the final one of the main story guides that I was going to do for Hardcore S+. Any comments or questions, any concerns about how to do things, or maybe you need another explanation, please leave in the comments. I will get back to that. And I will also say that now that we've completed the 4 story modes, I will also be making guides for the extra survivor modes. So that will include the Forced Survivor, the Runaway, the Survivor, and Forgotten Soldier. And once we complete all those, that's also going to unlock a kind of horde mode type where you have to kill a wave of 100 zombies to escape the gas station grocery store at the very beginning of the A run, which is a pretty cool mode, which we will get to hopefully later on, but those guides will be coming as well. So I hope this helped you, and good luck on your B run adventures, everybody.